James Charles has popped up, honey, and to be honest, you might be surprised at my thoughts on this.
Hey Shelby Bells, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in for another video. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name's Shelby. I'm the crazy cat lady of the drama community here on YouTube. I bring you the tea 7 days a week with the help of my investigative research team, Mr. and Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty is the brains around here and Mr. Kitty is the face, which sometimes means that he brings us a little bit of clickbait. It's easy to forgive him because he's so cute. So if you like cats and you like tea, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget that all Shelby Bells ring the bell.
If you do not know, let me fill you in. So in America, because I know not all of you guys who watch this channel are from America, a lot of you guys are, but some of you live other places. There is currently a big thing going on in America that young people everywhere are just at their wits' end about, and it is a TikTok congressional hearing with the CEO of TikTok. And what is happening is that there are certain members of Congress here in the United States of America that are really rooting for a ban on TikTok in the United States based on just privacy concerns and data storing and facial recognition and all of these things. There's just this big congressional hearing to talk about all of this and the safety of our children and the impact of what's going on within TikTok and what it allows and how it affects the kids, and it's just a lot, right? And to be quite honest, the consensus amongst most of the people, I think, the Gen Zers and the millennials and even some of the people in the generation above mine, which I forget the Gen X, is it Gen X? I don't know. We are all kind of in agreement that this is pretty dumb. This congressional hearing, like, we have bigger fish to fry in this country than dealing with this stuff. And let's not get into a political thing, but I think that as a bipartisan unit, we can agree that there are bigger things that in this country that need to be tackled, whatever you feel like it potentially is based on your beliefs. But TikTok isn't really one of them, okay? And TikTok, I feel like, is just I feel like that's something that a lot of us can agree on. And it's just kind of another one of those things that here in America, we're like, okay, so we're choosing to talk about this and not A, B, C, D, or E, depending on what that important issue is in your belief system politically, right? I feel like all of us are like, okay, but you choose to do this, And I feel like it's something that all of us are just like, okay. But it's happening, and James Charles is very upset about it. He had a lot to say about this issue, and you know what, before I comment on what my feelings are of him sharing his thoughts on this, I thought I should roll it for you. The clip is actually from Nick Snyder, the Viewer's Voice video on this topic, because I didn't get to his Instagram story fast enough for me to screen record the whole thing myself. So I did take the screen recording from Nick's video. So thank you, Nick. And I'm just gonna roll that for you here. So roll it.
Well, James Charles uploaded a TikTok about this whole TikTok ban and what happened today in Congress, and he basically told them all that they can go themselves.
I don't know if everybody's been keeping up with the congressional hearing that's been happening today with the CEO of TikTok about the potential ban of TikTok in America. But oh my God, watching these clips has made me beyond infuriated. Like, I'm actually seething. This is just such a good reminder that young people need to get out and vote. Your voice matters. Your vote matters for actual elected officials that have brain cells. The one congressional guy that was sitting there being like, so if I use my TikTok account in my home, does that mean that that TikTok, the app, has accessed my home Wi-Fi network? Yes, you f***ing imbecile. That's how it works. That's how the internet works. I heard that when you're filming in the TikTok app and you're looking at the front camera, that the AI algorithm actually tracks your eyeballs and knows when your pupils dilate and sends a message back to China. So no, sir, that's actually completely inaccurate. Our app does not store any facial data. The only time that it even recognizes your face is when you're using a filter, such as like sunglasses. It just needs to know like where to put the sunglasses on your eyeballs. Why do you need to know where my eyeballs are? Are you storing that information? Shut the up, you f***ing idiot! You as a platform claim to have a very strict no violence policy, but I'm finding that very hard to believe that you actually enforce that when I found this video on my For You page that has 326 views and 12 likes. It's been up for 41 days. 41 days and nobody's taken this video down of a on Google Clip Art images and the very members of this here Congress room. Now, if you're saying that you're going to protect 150 million Americans, how are you going to do that if you can't even protect the very people that are right here? That's a really good point, actually. I found these videos on TikTok of kids eating NyQuil and jumping off juice crates. So kids, our children are dying from your app. What are you gonna do about it, you idiots? You Congress useless idiots. It's actually children, because kids are being shot at school every other week, and you dumbasses refuse to pass any sort of legislation to actually protect them. That's your job, not the CEO of TikTok. Really interesting how it's always thoughts and prayers and the right to bear arms. That's not a problem then, but as soon as you see it on your For You page, it's a big issue. You know what else is children? The lack of universal health care, because children are getting sick and parents cannot afford to pay for their medicine because insurance won't cover it. And it costs thousands of dollars that people are not even making a minimum wage. You know what else is children? The lack of support for therapy and mental health care for LGBT kids, for poverty kids, for trans kids. Meanwhile, you guys are all passing legislation to actively hurt all of the above groups, including minorities. How about you do your job of protecting the 300 million Americans that live here, not the CEO of TikTok?
And okay, so some of you guys might be shocked to hear how I kind of feel about this, but what I honestly feel is that I'm kind of happy that James Charles, for once in his life, is using his platform to do something good. You know, I feel like using your platform to stand up for what you believe in and encourage young people to vote is never a bad thing. And if you want me to be honest with you, I mean, he was going off in these stories that you saw. He was going off, right? But I thought it was kind of funny in a way, and like the accents and all that stuff. I mean, it was kind of the first time I think that I've ever related to James Charles with anything, right? Where I feel like it was a way I feel like he showed himself to be a little bit more relatable, because I was watching that and I was like, yeah, that's actually funny. That's so true. When normally I watch James Charles and I'm like, this is so cringe. Like, this is for children. This is like so awful. And I watch this and I'm like, wow, no, you're talking about things that resonate with me, that I understand, that I get. And so I'm like honestly applauding James Charles in this, because I'm like, good for you. It's about time that you start catering towards an audience that's more around your age range and doing something with this power that you have that can actually spark a difference and make a beneficial change. Because don't get it twisted, someone with the amount of influence and the amount of subscribers and followers that James Charles has, if he tells young people if he encourages them to get out there and vote and to make their voice be heard, a lot of them might decide to actually do it. And that's good. And so he is in that, how old is he, like 21, 22 now? If he can encourage those people from 18 to 24, that little age bracket, to get out there and make their voices heard, that's the age bracket that is missing, dude. Like, those are the ones we need, dude. We need young people to get out there and vote, right? And whatever their beliefs are, you need to go out there and vote for what you believe in. And so I was actually very kind of impressed and pleased with this whole thing from James Charles. And that is not something that I say often about James. I'm very quick to let it be known in the videos I make about James Charles. And I think that the things he has done in the past and stuff are just abhorrible, and what he's been accused of is just not appropriate, and all of these things. And I will talk about that all day too, right? Within reason, because every time you start talking about that, you get demonetized. But like, I feel like with this situation, he did the right thing. And I'm interested to see how all this stuff unravels with TikTok here. It does look like, you know, something could possibly be done about TikTok in the United States. Like, it's not off the table, I don't think, for TikTok to get banned in this country. And, you know, it's not just TikTok though, is the thing. It's like, I feel like everyone's saying on the surface, like this is just TikTok, but I feel like it's not just about the app TikTok. It's about a much bigger thing, as it pertains to freedom of speech, as it pertains to, you know, freedom of the press in some ways. It pertains to a lot of different things, right? Not just TikTok. I really feel like if they ban this app, that it is just another way that our country is starting to take little freedoms away from us when this is supposed to be the land of the free. And I really just hope that that doesn't happen. But they've already taken so many of our abilities away from us, especially as women. Our ability to choose has been taken away from us in a lot of states. And I feel like a congressional ban on TikTok in the country is just another freedom that they're taking us away, another right of ours, another ability of ours to do. I don't know. And I don't know. I just don't feel like it's the right thing. And what some of these leaders are saying is that they're saying that, like, you know, you heard in James' little rant, they're talking about, you know, violence and school shootings and children being hurt and all of these things, and they're blaming that in a way like you know, violence and all that stuff on TikTok, which is, let's get it straight, like these things have been happening in our country way before TikTok was even thought about being invented. When I was a kid, these things were happening, and that was before we even had smartphones. And so, and none of these apps even existed. I mean, we had MySpace. We didn't have Facebook yet. We didn't have Instagram, TikTok, all of these things. Like, this stuff was happening before then. So you can't use a social media app to say that that's the reason that these horrible acts of violence are occurring in this country. You just can't say that. And it's really tragic. I'm filming this video on the day that they have said that yet another, oh, 1 second, my friend is calling me, 1 second. Okay, sorry, I'm back. My friend Ingrid, you guys have met Ingrid in some of my shopping videos and stuff. She called, she's actually on the way over. I'm actually kind of happy she called when she did, because I was about to get emotional in this video and I don't need to be doing that. But I'm actually filming this video on the day that it was announced that another situation, mass shooting, has happened in a school in Nashville. And 3 children, I think 2 adults, I think is what I saw, have gone, they're gone because of it. And it's just sad, but we're choosing to try to focus on TikTok and how TikTok is influencing violence in our country, and not focusing on the lawmakers and like the bigger picture here. You guys, this stuff has been happening since before this kind of technology even existed. So to blame it on the technology and to blame it on the social media and stuff is just not, it's not valid. And anyway, in a nutshell, I'm happy that James spoke out about the way he was feeling about this kind of thing. I'm actually honestly surprised a lot more influencers are not talking about the situation, because if they do ban TikTok, that is affecting a lot of their lives. Like, I'm surprised Michaela hasn't spoke out about this. Who are some other really big TikTokers? Charlie D'Amelio, Dixie D'Amelio, all of them. I'm just shocked that they're not speaking about it, because TikTok is the reason that some of these people are even like famous at all. And so it's just kind of odd that they're not speaking about it more, but I'm really proud of James for speaking up about it, basically. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this drama with James Charles going off, popping off on Congress of the United States, basically, in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. And that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember that all Shelby bells ring the bell. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, YouTube should be suggesting a couple more down here for you to choose from. So I'd love it if you did that. And aside from that, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.